What's up, guys? It is Sam here. We're in my kitchen, and I am going to be starting meal prep for the week. So I thought it might be a fun idea to do something where every Sunday when I do my meal prep, I either go live or just make a meal prep Sunday video. Not necessarily covering what's in my fucking meals, because I feel like that's kind of boring, or it could be boring, but what we will do is talk a little bit about the meals, and we will read some YouTube comments and answer some YouTube comments on the channel. So if you guys are interested in watching that or see how that series plays out, make sure you press that subscribe button. So today, what we're going to start with is our chicken. So this is, I just don't want to drip all over the place, but this is 2.84 pounds. This is for tomorrow, so just under 3 pounds of chicken breasts. And then what I also like to do is, so for this week, and I'll show you all this stuff. I haven't done any meal prep, so this way, nothing else is prepared in my kitchen. Let me just show you. These I have out, but generally speaking, I just literally, once this is dry, I just set them on the counter. I barely put them away. And a lot of times my cupboard is left open. So basically that's all that's fucking done so far. And that was actually done from yesterday or something when I did dishes. I just, instead of putting them away, I just put them on the counter. Again, nothing, that pan just stays on top of the stove. I just don't ever put it away because I use it every single fucking day, multiple times a day. So let's get into what I am going to be meal prepping, and then let's start going through some YouTube comments. I'll show you exactly what I have for tomorrow, and then if you guys like this off the cuff, let me know. Okay, so we've got just under 3 pounds of chicken breasts for tomorrow. And we've got one Roma tomato. Why am I using one Roma tomato? Basically because I only have 4 or 5 of them, and if I use like 3 in this meal, then I won't have any for the rest of the week. So we've got that. We've got these, by the way, if you guys don't know about Aldi's, or if there's an Aldi's in your neighborhood, it's so much cheaper than Walmart. Probably about 20-30%, depending on how you shop. These mini peppers are delicious, so we're going to put some of those in there. One white onion, and we've got, these are called just white mushrooms, I guess. I didn't know if there's a specific name. Asparagus, and we got some turkey bacon. So with that being said, let's get things going. I will start by turning on the fucking shit in the stove. I will also not be having any carbs, unless maybe I'll have some refried beans. Nah, I probably won't have a ton of carbs because this is going to be the cut. By the way, I'm doing a 30-day cut right now. And during that 30-day cut, I'm tracking all of my results, both in terms of what compounds I'm taking, what I'm doing in the gym, and how my diet changes during this time period. So one of the things that I first like to do for my chicken is, sometimes I rinse it off, but this is still frozen, so I'm actually just going to put those put them right into the pan. And since I don't want to get out of the camera shot, I'll just like toss them in the pan. This is what ends up happening. But I put the chicken in first because that, generally speaking, takes the longest to do. And then I do, immediately after I do the chicken, I will put in the turkey bacon. And I like turkey bacon, so currently I'll probably have 8 pieces of turkey bacon and maybe cut that back a little bit as time goes on. I'm just going to add just a splash, just like a teensy little splash of olive oil so that they don't stick to the pan as much. So now, as soon as we get this done and we get that turkey bacon going, then let's answer some YouTube comments. So during this, and how I do the turkey bacon is just because it's more efficient and I feel like it tastes better this way. Well, completely not in the shot. Why don't you guys let me know? completely standing out of the shot over here. As I cut the turkey bacon up into little pieces, and then I cook it in a little saucepan. I just feel like it's easier to cook bacon if you don't have to flip it like you would if you put it on something. And then I just put that in there. Okay, so now let's get to a couple of these comments. By the way, if you have any comments that you would like answered next week, you can leave them down below or reach out to me on Instagram. Okay, so, well, here we got one on my Cialis and Tadalafil. Tadalafil is the generic Cialis. Viagra and Cialis special offer. Call me for order 855-97. I'm not going to read the whole number. Free consultation. Viagra is not for women or children. This person even includes a disclaimer. Of course, there's no picture for their emoji. It's just a dot like this. But the more Viagra type drugs men take, the lower their sexual confidence. Scientists, great news for you. Viagra and Cialis low price. So it's almost got like a contradicting statement, it sounds like. And here, the more Viagra type drugs men take, the lower their sexual confidence. Scientists, great news. The grammar on this comment is just horrible. Scientists, great news for you, Viagra and Cialis. For you, what? I'm having trouble reading this comment. Scientists, great news for you, Viagra and Cialis, low price, very easy way, cash on delivery. That sounds interesting, very compelling, right? Another thing I like to do is I will, generally speaking, start with the onion next, and I do like to switch up the type of onions that I use. I pretty much everything that I use on a weekly basis, I generally speaking like to switch it up, just from the standpoint that I want to have different types of micronutrients. Okay, so see this lid here? See how it's translucent? That's how your fucking mind is. Just kidding. That has nothing to do with the story right now. But this lid is actually what I don't own plates, so I use this lid. After I'm done cutting up this onion, I will put it in here, because then it's less things that I have to wash, and I will just put the cut up onion in there until it's ready to start cooking. And because I do this every single day, one of the things that you notice after you do this a while is how food smells when you cook it. So right now I can smell that the chicken is starting to fucking burn. So let's go over here and check this out. See it's a little bit overcooked in there. This one's stuck to the pan. Yeah, you can see right there, a little bit overcooked. One of the things, and not everybody hates that, but if you leave this, if I left this on there with this much chicken on there, it's going to burn the chicken. That's just how it is, because there's so much chicken that it still needs to be cooked. And let's stir this up a little bit. So I've gotten so used to doing this that I don't even have to hold the pan when I'm actually stirring this, as well as when I'm doing the chicken. Most of the time I can flip it around without actually holding the pan or anything like that. Hashtag talent! Okay. So, as I was saying, the amount of time that you end up cooking, because I do this every day, not only do I get to smell what this, I'm also using garlic here with the things that I'm gonna eat. The mushrooms. Have you guys ever smelled mushrooms? Doesn't really smell. The next is I have some fat asparagus, and asparagus is super delicious. How I will do mine, so it almost looks like somebody's hand, right? That somebody, like a slightly older person's hand. So what I'll do is generally cut right here by the sink so that I can wash my vegetables at the same time. I'll cut off the ends because they tend to be not taste as good. And then because this is like a little bit fatter asparagus than sometimes the ones I use, sometimes I use the baby asparagus depending on what's on sale. Lately what I've been doing is just cutting this up in small pieces like so. Bam, check this out. This is like, imagine getting all this in one bite, like with a little bit of butter and salt. Oh man, if you got all those heads of asparagus just like this in one bite, that would be a delicious bite. Don't you think? Thumbs up if you think that would be an awesome bite. And then again, just like I did with the onions, I'll take another lid, right, and fill it up with the asparagus. Sometimes I'll double fill these things. So now we will take some of these peppers, and we are just going to use 2 peppers per thing. So I've got 6 of these peppers total. Now again, as I'm going through this, I'm going to wash these off. You can tell how thorough I'm being by how long I take washing, and works out perfectly, right? Shit has to get cooked anyway. So since I'm eating a larger, look at this carrot. Look at this pepper. Thought it was fucking missing already. All right, so take that back. It's actually not 6 peppers. It's slightly less than 6 peppers. And again, I can smell that. Probably this smells like the bacon this time. Bacon smells like it's burning. Yep. Definitely burning. Something's definitely burning. So now, when you start to cook more often, you realize, you can see it's like burnt right there. You know, I smelled it, that this is up a little bit too high. And we're going to turn that down just a smidge as well. Although when you try to do it one hand, the pan moves around quite significantly. Oh, that's gonna be delicious! Cue the sexy music. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Anyways, no, I am not drunk. This is me normal. Okay, so now let's get into another YouTube comment here. Take this video down. Okay, let's see what this person says. This looks like it's a good one, right? Take this video down. Leading idiots to basically get prescribed synthetic mess. You should be ashamed. I mean, if they're not going to come here, they're going to go somewhere else. But I can see how somebody would think that it's not a super helpful video, even though I have a shitload of disclaimers in it. But I get it. Like, I understand how somebody could think that talking about how to get a prescription legally to help them with their life could be abused to in a bad way, but I get it. Let's go on here. Is this a serious thing or are you fucking around? I'm not sure what this means. I'm assuming he's trying to make fun of me for whatever video that was, some type of posing video. Are you running a test base? No, I am not running a test base. Although I do kind of test different bases all the time. That's a joke. I'm not taking a test at this moment. I might in the future, but currently I am not. Okay, so let's get back down to cutting these peppers. The easiest way to actually cut these peppers that I found, since I do it so much, if you're using the small peppers, is just chop it off like that. And then I honestly don't even, that's the other reason I leave my trash can right down here, so that I can literally just push the stuff off the cutting board into the trash. Or on the floor. Either one is fine with me, as long as it's not on the counter. And most of the time, when I come home from lunch, because I work right around the corner, I have a 30-minute lunch. It takes me about 2.5 to 3 minutes to get home. And the amount of meal prep I'm able to get done in that time is probably close to 85%. The only thing sometimes I'm not able to finish is putting it into containers, which is completely fine because then when I get home from work, it's all ready to go to put into containers. So I'm just going to cut the tomatoes in half, and then this way I get a little bit more pieces. for my food. Anyways, so this first week, today has been 200 milligrams, 100 from yesterday and 100 from today. Remember, don't do anything I do. This is only for entertainment purposes. I'm not a doctor, nor do I claim I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just because you see dumbasses like me doing shit online doesn't mean you should do it as well. And all of those things. But DNP. So it is pretty nice outside. If you can see, I'm probably like washed out slightly because the light is so bright. But it has been 2 days, and you can't tell, but I'm actually sweating here in my kitchen. It's only 200 milligrams. I don't have, whoops, you guys didn't see that, did you? I don't have air conditioning on or anything like that. The window is open so I can feel the breeze, but I am sweating. That could be just because I'm cooking, but I have a feeling it has a lot more to do with the DNP. DNP, generally speaking, is like a longer half-life, something like 5 days. I mean, it depends on the person and the activity level and everything like that, but generally speaking, it's a little bit longer of a half-life. So if I'm waiting for the chicken after I've cut everything up, what I'll do is come back over here and stir these, and then I will actually go through and start cutting the chicken into smaller pieces, because I don't want to have an entire chicken breast when I am eating my food tomorrow. What I will do is, so look at this, look how perfect that looks on that side and that side. Oh yeah, it's fucking delicious. And then I'll cut it into pieces so it's easier to have in my food tomorrow, and it makes it easier to eat. Oh man. And sometimes it falls on the ground. As long as you don't see giant hairs or hunks of dirt. I mean, right? 5-second rule? I think it's fine. Just don't eat other stuff off the floor because raw chicken fell on it, that's all. Or don't do dumb shit like I'm doing.
You might get sick.
You might get sick, and then you'll just be in bed watching YouTube all day, and you'll be like, fuck YouTube, this idiot put raw chicken on the floor, and then I did it, and well, I guess I deserve you. You deserve what you got if you follow some stupid shit that I do. But, so I'll come home on my lunch break. By the way, I'm just going to be rambling on in these videos for, 25-30 minutes while I finish up my meal prep. So if you guys have any topics that you'd like to get covered in any of these videos in the future, let me know down below in the comments, or reach out to me on Instagram and say what's up. I tried to actually do this video YouTube live, but that did not work. I feel like this is going to get super boring real quick. But yeah, I might as well just stop it right now.